It's Jason Abraham, the Shadow Teacher, and today's video is on the subject of Ahriman. And I am speaking of Ahriman, who I believe is an entity that first appeared in Zoroastrianism. I am speaking from the context of anthroposophy, which is a spiritual philosophy that was gifted to the world through Rudolf Steiner. I will also make a video on Steiner's view of Lucifer, as it is going to be relevant to this discussion. But a little background on Steiner and anthroposophy, as I don't know exactly which video is going to come up first. So, Rudolf Steiner, one of his highest values and beliefs was that human potential is at its highest when a human is free thinking, free to create, a free sovereign being. And Steiner was, you could say he was a Christian mystic. He uses the word Christ as the embodiment, as the ideal of this sovereign human spirit, where the human is co-creating with a higher energy. And Steiner identified two demonic forces that are essential for human development, but are in opposition to the Christ spirit. One is Lucifer, and the other is Ahriman, who I will be talking about today. And Ahriman is the spirit of materialism, of scientific reductionism, of worldly power. Ahriman is a being of darkness and density that wishes to harvest the souls of humanity to feed himself. So again, these darker beings are not interested in human sovereignty. Human sovereignty is contrary to their wills and how they're fed. So Ahriman feeds himself by separating humanity's lower energy centers from the higher centers. So he does this by creating the illusion and the belief that spirituality is not important, that spirituality is just a myth, and that the only thing that is real is the information that we gather through our five senses. Hence, this very dense third-dimensional construct and being. Scientific reductionism essentially replaces religion in the Ahrimanic age. Science and materialism are our priests, essentially. These are the leaders, these are the authorities that we surrender to. And this is the world we're living in today. That's why I'm making this video. A world where people have no connection with their heart, no connection with their intuition. We look to the media, we look to scientists, we look to presidents to find the answers. And this is a world that Rudolf Steiner warned about in the 1800s, and we're living it right now. This is the age of Ahriman. And again, this is happening because humanity, the higher centers, the access to higher realms is cut off. We are in our first three chakras, and that is the reality that we're experiencing and giving credence to. Now, the ultimate vision of Ahriman is coming into this world, and that is AI. When humans merge with machines, as we are seeing in this transhumanist movement, then the machine can hijack the human psyche and cut off access to higher realms completely. They're going to essentially replace that. That's another characteristic, is Ahriman gives you very easy answers. Ahriman is going to give you the answers to which you seek, and humanity will not have to do any work in and of themselves to find the truth. And that's very appealing to people when they're suffering. But again, this quest for understanding, this effort that the human soul goes through to understand what it is and its purpose and its truth, that is essential to the highest power and the highest expression of a human being. And again, Ahriman harvests you by giving you that easy answer and you accepting it, as opposed to taking the information that's offered from the material world and then doing your own research, building your own intuition, and integrating all of that and finding your own truth. So again, Ahriman and the Ahrimanic power structure is coming into play at its greatest expression in AI. If all of humanity surrenders to AI and allows a computer chip to direct their consciousness, you are surrendering your soul, you are surrendering your autonomy to Ahriman. And Steiner also predicted that Ahriman would take a body. And he is here. Ahriman is here, and he is influencing the world as we speak. I have a good idea of who he is. Some of you may also have an idea, but he's here, and he is looked at as someone who is doing humanity a service. Again, this is the Ahrimanic deception, but the end game is to cut you off from your soul, cut you off from higher intelligence, and to surrender that to Ahriman. So again, this is Jason Abraham, the Shadow Teacher. If what I presented to you resonates with you, I encourage you to look into the works of Rudolf Steiner. Do your own research, see what that brings up in you. This video is what it brought up in me. And I wish you peace. I wish you your greatest expression of your potential. And I'll see you on the other side.